Let's get it.
Hey, it's Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is where we talk about hotshot trucking, how to make money, how to lose money, how to be safe, load securement. Yeah, we talk about a little bit about everything. So before we get going this evening, we want to thank our veterans and first responders for all they do and all they continue to do for this country. Thank you, gentlemen. Wounded Warrior Project and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital are our charities of choice. And guys, if you want to help us help them, you can go to this Patreon and sign up for a mentorship program, whether it's $5 or whether it's $1,000. We can help you get your project off the ground, and you'll work with me directly, and anything that's donated over there is matched by us and given to these two charities at the end of the year. All right, hotshot trucking with me. We just renewed the policy today. I signed it for next year. It was $181,243.17. Now, we're going to talk about that in a minute, and it hurt my feelings, and I'm licking my wounds. So, stand by with that. All right, fuel prices. Fuel prices are down a penny, almost 2 to 3.052. 3.052. Picture of the week, guys. This may be the heaviest thing I've ever hauled. It did weigh 20,000 pounds, and she was heavy. But that's a cool picture, so I thought that was going to be all the pictures today of my run last week. That's where I was at. That's why I didn't do it last week. All right, so this was the first part of the run. I picked up this that they said was 12,000 pounds, and if it wasn't 20,000 pounds, it wasn't an ounce. I was trying to work with this particular shipper in hopes to getting future loads, but if their loads are going to be that far off, I think I'm going to pass with it. It was heavy. So did some reels, got those moved and delivered. Ran this thing. There's a story behind this thing, guys. This thing was 15,100 pounds with the attachment. All right, so let me come up here for a second. So 15,100 pounds. I went from Dalton, Georgia, all the way through Atlanta over to just above Savannah, Georgia, into South Carolina. And I get within, this was a Sunbelt rental deal. They normally are spot on. And I get within maybe 45 minutes, and I reached out to the receiver and I said, hey, about 45 minutes out, I've got your skid steer with the brush beater on it. And he said, you got what? I told him where it was from. He come back with, I didn't order that. I don't need it for another month. I don't want it. So in this situation, I kept rolling because I had a contract that said I had to have it at a certain point. But I got on the phone at that time to the broker, dispatch, everybody, and started the ball rolling to get this fixed. Long story short, I got to the drop off, which was in the middle of nowhere, and ended up taking it back. I did not want to go back. I had places I'd rather been, but I ended up taking it back to Dalton, Georgia. So yeah. Now we back up a couple shots here. It's kind of a cool picture, but watch this. This is where we unloaded this. I thought that was pretty cool. Back down over a hill into construction where they were going.
That's just pretty cool right there.
You hear me yapping. It is pretty cool. So yeah, you know, I'm like a toy kid in a toy store with that kind of stuff. I love it. Some other things, you know, I had a hell of a time this time with hotel rooms. Most of the time, I stay in one or three, and the first night I stayed, I didn't get much sleep because I was in Mortal Kombat with cockroaches, and I can't stand that. It was just grossing me out. So the next night was pretty okay. It wasn't terrible. It was okay. But the next night, let me show you. The bottom opened up on this thing. Look at this. Can you see the rain? I mean, it was pouring out. And I was laying there in the bed. I kept hearing this noise. So I jumped up and turned on the light and looked, and it's pouring inside. And I'm like, what the hell? So I was so tired at that point, I just took the trash can and throwed it there so that it wouldn't, you know, do anything else. But yeah. Now, the last hotel I was in was super nice. It was a nice hotel, but I go down at 5 o'clock in the morning, and this hotel had no coffee. I did everything I could do not to strangle that guy behind the desk. I'm like, dude, how do you do this? So yeah, it was interesting to say the least. All right, so seems like everything I hauled last week was heavy. This is a 14,000-pound man lift. That thing was heavy as just heavy as could be. Now, crazy shit you see out there, guys. If you can see this, you'll know. I know you know. And if you don't know, then you need to hang up and go play something else. That's his breakaway cable attached to his neck of his trailer. Now that'll get you pulled over quick. All right. So just renewed the insurance policy today for $181,243.17. Well, yeah, I'm a little pissy about it. I'm not too happy. And I want everybody to know, I don't know how many of our guys we got here, but I want everybody to know that everything you do in this industry either reflects positively on you or it costs you money. Now, fortunately, our insurance didn't go up really high. It didn't go down, but it didn't go skyrocketing. I think it went up maybe $100, $300 from last year, what the same thing was. But one reason we had two companies that would not quote us because we had an accident in Connecticut, which I still believe that it was a scam because the driver jumped in front of our driver and slammed on the brakes. So, and they paid out, I think, $25,000, something like that. So we didn't get quoted on a couple because of what's called loss runs. Loss runs show the amount of losses you've had in the past 3 years. We've had 3 or 4 fender benders and that one rear end deal that I just told you about that I thought was a scam. So fender benders are going to happen. You know, it's just, you know, you try everything you can do not to have it. But other things that affect your rates is events such as speeding, hard brakes, hard corners. All that affects, because what the insurance does is they want to look at a set of loss runs. Then they're going to look at your logs and see how you're in compliance in your CSA score. That is compliance safety analysis. And that CSA score, ours is pretty good. I mean, ours is well below average on everything. But it's not perfect. And when you have CSA scores that aren't perfect, an insurance company only wants you if you're perfect. They know you're going to screw up, but you're going to screw up with them, and they're not going to take you if you've ever screwed up before. So running a fleet this size, it's expensive. So now to tell you how this works, why it's so high, is the aforementioned things, and you have to realize that a lot of the drivers running Hotshot do not have years of trucking experience. So that factors into it. Things that also factor into it is we carry collision on their vehicles. They select the amount they want to carry, and we carry it. So they have to carry, you know, what's bobtail insurance, but we'll carry the other stuff. Now, when you start looking at, I think we have almost $750,000 in collision coverage, because that's how many trucks we have and what they are valued at. Okay, and these are self-valuations. I've taught my drivers how to self-evaluate so they're not paying for insurance they'll never collect. Now, the 18th, which is Monday, on this $181,000 premium, we have a $27,500 down payment that is due. My guys never get hit with that because I put it down and I collect it throughout the year. A lot of other lease on people that you would lease on would hit you with that down payment before you start and on. So when a driver starts with me, I don't hit them with a down payment. I just don't. Right now, this $27,500 will come out of me, and it will be collected throughout the year. So that's just how this stuff works, guys, or at least how we work it. I was really hoping for less this year. I really was, but you know, with all the hurricanes that's going on and everything else, these insurance companies are trying to, you know, cover their losses and hit you with everything. So we understand that Geico has entered into the commercial industry. It's not available yet in North Carolina, but as soon as it's available, I'm going to price it. And I want to make sure that if we have to cancel this policy midstream, we will. But I want to make sure that we are running the best insurance we can run. So now, I don't know that I answered anything, but let's talk about it. Do we got questions? Do we have comments? What do we got? How many trucks you running? We've got 14 trucks right now. Bunch, B-U-N-C-H, Junior? Bunchy Junior? I hope that's right, sir. I hope that answers your question. See, I think I have a better chance of winning the lottery than getting leased on to a company. Is it your driving record? What is the deal, man? I don't understand. So what else we got? What are your thoughts process on freight beginning new year? Well, Roger, it's a good question, man. So according to the powers that be, the freight recession is over. I have seen freight rates a little better over the past few weeks than they have been. So, yeah, I think going into the new year, probably not January. January is a dead year, Roger, or a dead month. But probably around February, we'll start rocking and rolling again. Thanks for the question. No, people aren't hiring me because I have a gas-powered V8, V10 engine. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to pay the gas on it, go ahead. But see, here's the problem, Nova. Here's the problem. When people hire you on, or you're looking to be hired on, or leased on, excuse me, you got to bring the equipment. Okay? If you have equipment that is substandard and that is prone to fail, they're not going to hire you simply because that is a problem that they don't want to have to deal with. They don't want to deal with a service failure. They don't want to have to rescue the load. It is a huge pain in the butt. It's just one of those things where if you're not bringing the right equipment, then you're not right. For us, we want you to have a 40-foot, two 12,000-pound axles minimum, and we would take you with a 30-foot, maybe if you had the rest of the right setup. But you have to understand, if the equipment's wrong, it's wrong. And getting leased on is not just with you trying to lease on. You have to look at everything the company is involved in trying to lease you on. And then what is going to be the company's responsibility with you under a load if your equipment fails. And that's what they're looking at. So I hope that helps you out, brother. I understand that, but I don't want to run loads over 10K. I get it. That's your choice. But you have to understand, everybody out here's got a choice to make. And 10,000 pounds is not a lot of weight. That's just, look, some of those pictures I showed you, that one picture, that Traco, that thing was 20,000 pounds. I didn't have to move it far, luckily. I wouldn't have wanted to move it far. It was too heavy. But the rest of that stuff, one skid steer is 15,500 pounds with that attachment on. You've cut yourself out of the market. It's not what you want to do, it's what you can do. So when you start dealing with this kind of thing, you're going to need to back up, go get your own authority, and run it your way, because I don't think you got a whole lot of chance there. 10,000 pounds is not a lot of weight, brother. So, you know, sorry, but I hope that helps you. Roger, so next year will be the best time to get into Hotshot? I didn't say that. You get into Hotshot when you're ready, when you're financially ready, when you've got the right equipment, you're not buried in debt. No, is there a good time? Yeah, when you're ready. When you are ready. 20 the last couple years have been a bitch, because there were so many people that dove into this business thinking it was a get rich quick scheme. Now, I'm going to tell you all that your target cost for your insurance, your truck payment, and your trailer payment should be right around $2,500 a month. I'm not counting anything else. Truck, trailer, insurance. Those three things. That's your nut. Okay? You need to have that around $2,500 a month. If you're not there, you're not ready. You need to get ready, because if you want to work for payments, you go ahead, but I'm working for profit. All right, what else you got? Thanks for integrating. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. I appreciate you being here, man. We love having you guys here. Hey, there's Richard McClendon. Any help through IDA? No. Insurance is insurance. You're getting the same deal. Got to remember, the owner operators association over there, they're getting a cut of whatever insurance they're pushing. So no, I go through a broker, and the broker ships it to everybody that will do it. In the hotshot industry, we have a few problems, okay? And those problems are easy. One, we're a hotshot, we're not a semi. Okay. Two is normally the length of experience that people have that get in the hotshot industry. That's why most new MCs, nobody will touch them but Progressive, and Progressive just rapes you. I had one guy lease on to me, and I only did it because he was a brother, a military brother, and I wouldn't have done it otherwise. His driving record was horrible, and at one point in the beginning, he was paying $800 a week for insurance. $800 a week. That is insane. But he had multiple at-fault traffic accidents. So what do you do with that? And he wanted to do it. And the quote he got was way higher than that. So, you do what you can do. That's it. So, guys, things that we look at, we have a safety program. I have a safety officer. I'm knee deep into it, safety wise. I preach it. I'm going to tell you a story about a man that I just hired. Okay, I'm not going to give out any names or anything, but in the 3 days that he's been running, he has had 33 speeding events. Okay. On the 4th day, he was written up, and I flat told him, you can't control your foot, you got to go. We put a lot of time, effort, and money in getting this guy on board. But if he can't control his foot, he's going to have to go. It's not worth the risk. Guys, if you don't know, at speed with 15,000 pounds on your back, it's going to take you at least 100 yards to bring that truck and trailer to a safe stop. Okay? You can't run these things like like you're out running a car. It's just not the way this is done. And you have to realize an evasive maneuver with a load on is going to shift that load and may bring you upside down anyway. Or you drunk the load. So, this guy I like a lot. Think he's a good guy. But like I said, if he can't control his foot, he's going to have to go. Because, one, remember what I said in the beginning. Everything you do right affects me. Everything you do wrong affects me. Okay? Speeding 15 over is a 10-point violation on your CSA score. Okay? That goes against me. What goes against him is a 6-point violation on his CDL. And it doesn't matter, now that you're a CDL holder, you get the same ticket in your car, it won't go against me, but it'll go against your CDL. So, and it could keep you from being hired somewhere else or rehired once your documents are pulled again in 12 months. So you have to understand that everything you do as a commercial driver reflects either on you, me, or both of us. Now, and the other drivers, you're affecting everybody on this team. If you get caught speeding and we get a 10-point CSA hit, guys, our insurance is going up. So I have to look out for everybody else as well. All the other drivers are counting on each other to make sure that we're compliant and we're not doing stupid things. I've heard on more than one occasion that I'm just running with traffic. Doesn't matter. You're a commercial driver. You're held to a higher standard. If the DOT officer sees you running 15 over, why would he not pull you over? That's easy bait right there. He's going to pull you over. He's going to ticket you. You're going to have to pay thousands of dollars to get out of the damn ticket. It's going to hurt me. It's going to hurt your insurance. It hurts your equipment. There's no sense in this speeding mess. It's not good for anything. So, I tell guys all the time that if you get held back, if something happens and you get delayed, do remember that you cannot make up that time on the highway. Okay? You just can't. It's time that cannot be caught back up. There's no sense trying it. All you're going to do is hurt somebody. Okay? I think in a lot of my videos in the past, I've said that nothing you're ever going to pick up, deliver, or put on that truck is worth your life or anybody else's life. And it's not. It is freight. Okay? That's one. Two, if you can't control your foot, you're going to be doing something else. So speeding is 100% controlled by the driver. Now you've got GPSs that tells you what the speed is. If you don't know, run Google. It'll tell you. And you got your eyes. You are a professional sign reader. Okay? Don't let anybody else force you into a dumb mistake by running in behind you, honking your horn, making you do something that is unsafe. Because remember, you are the professional driver. Do we have anything? We do. I've learned to laugh at others speeding past me. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I just let them go. I found that for me, okay, everybody's different, but for me, if I'll get the speed limit and I'll go 2 miles an hour less than that speed limit, makes it an easy ride for me. I very seldom have to change lanes. I don't, I'm not running up on somebody. You're using all your brakes when you have to hard brake. You're using your equipment up. So again, remember, legal, safe, profitable. If you're speeding, you're not safe. If you're hard braking, you're not safe. And if you're not safe, you're never going to be profitable. I'm telling you right now. Let's say you never get caught doing anything. You know who's going to catch you? The maintenance man. Because your truck's going to be tore all to shit. And you're going to know it because you're going to be constantly changing and messing with brakes and seals and everything else. So, yeah. All right. Richard McClendon, any plans for a team DD2BB? Hell yeah, let's do something. I'm all about it, man. We can get everybody together. We'll have a big cookout. I've been trying to figure out over the past couple of years how we could get everybody together for a Christmas thing, but that's never come together. Summertime's probably better than Christmas is a different animal. But yeah, absolutely, Richard. Love to see you there. By the way, Richard, wherever Richard went, Richard, I'm proud of the way you're running your truck, man. I looked at it. I was looking at your logs the other day, and yeah. Other than that one problem we talked about, it looks good. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I don't know how long we've been on here. 31 minutes. That's about what I do every week. I appreciate everybody being here. We thank you. I'm tired. I'm tired of shit. We got a long. I'm running tomorrow. By the way, if I don't mention the van much, it is way cooled down since it has gotten cool outside. Seals don't break as much. Bearings don't go out as much in the winter. So, yeah, so the van's really not done a whole lot in the last month, but that's okay. It's there for when it's needed. I needed it. We had a couple team members come into town, and we had planned this. I had my welder over there, and we welded up some stuff. So it is handy dandy. So anyway, guys, love your family. Coming up on Thanksgiving, plan your time in and out so that you can be sure you can love on your family. So if you need anything, please reach out and enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to bed. So if you need me, do reach out. We'll get it together and figure it out. But this is Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notification. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Let's get it.